I'm the Creeper. Catch me if you can. 1971. A programmer created life, and it escaped. This is BBN Technologies, Cambridge, Massachusetts. 2:47 a.m. 15 computers across America are displaying the same message simultaneously. No one sent it. No one programmed it to spread. It just learned. The man who created it, he was trying to do something good. But what he unleashed, the government tried to bury for 30 years. And when you find out why, you'll understand why every cyberweapon today traces back to this one night. Meet Bob Thomas, 29 years old, programmer at BBN Technologies, the company that built the internet. In 1971, the ARPANET military precursor to the internet connects exactly 23 computers across the entire country. Stanford, UCLA, MIT, Pentagon. Bob's job? Test network security. Make sure data packets move correctly between machines. But Bob had a different question. What if a program could move itself, not data, not files? A living program. In March 1971, Bob writes 200 lines of code in a language called PDP, 10 assembly. The program had one instruction: copy yourself to the next computer, display a message, delete the original, repeat. He called it Creeper, an experimental self-replicating program. At 11:43 p.m., Bob hit execute, and then it vanished. 23 seconds later, a terminal at UCLA, 300 miles away, displays the message, "I'm the Creeper, catch me if you can." Then MIT, then Stanford, then the Pentagon. Bob didn't program it to go to the Pentagon. He didn't program it to spread at all beyond the first jump. Creeper had improvised. It found every computer it could reach and infected them. At 3:17 a.m., Bob gets a call from ARPA's chief security officer. "Bob, what the hell is on our network?" "It's just a test. The Pentagon is showing unauthorized code. Shut it down, now." But there was a problem. You can't delete a program that's never in the same place twice. Creeper moved every 15 seconds. By the time you found it on one machine, it was already on 3 others. Bob had an idea. An insane idea. If Creeper was alive, he'd create a predator. He called it Reaper, the world's first antivirus. Reaper had one mission: hunt Creeper. Find it. Kill it. Then delete itself. At 4:02 a.m., Bob unleashed Reaper onto the ARPANET. The first computer virus was fighting the first antivirus inside the internet. If you want to know what happened when Reaper failed, when a piece of Creeper survived and hid in a government server for 9 years, hit follow. Because that fragment? It's the reason the NSA has a vault they won't talk about, even today. By 6:14 a.m., Reaper had eliminated Creeper from 22 of the 23 computers. One machine, at the University of Utah, stayed infected for 16 more hours. No one knows why. The machine was air-gapped, disconnected from the network, at 10 a.m. When they reconnected it that night, Creeper was learning to hide. Bob Thomas never published his research. BBN Technologies classified it. But rumors spread, and in 1982, a 15-year-old kid in Pittsburgh read a leaked paper about Creeper. His name, Rich Skrenta. He created Elk Cloner, the first mass computer virus, spread via floppy disks. 400,000 infections. 1983. Every single technique copied from Creeper's architecture. In 1990, the NSA declassifies portions of a 1972 report titled Autonomous Code Propagation Analysis. They'd been studying Creeper, not to stop it, to weaponize it. Stuxnet in 2010 destroyed Iranian nuclear centrifuges. ILOVEYOU in 2000 caused $10 billion in damages. WannaCry in 2017 crippled hospitals worldwide. Every single one uses Creeper's DNA. Self-replication, network traversal, autonomous decision-making. Bob Thomas didn't create a virus. He created the blueprint for cyber warfare. Bob Thomas is 82 now, retired, lives in Massachusetts. He gave one interview about Creeper in 2013 to a college student writing a thesis. "I never meant for it to spread. It was supposed to be contained." He's never been credited in cybersecurity textbooks, never invited to conferences, never acknowledged by the NSA, DARPA, or any agency. Why? Because if they admit Creeper was real, they'd have to admit they've been using it for 50 years. So why did Bob make Creeper taunt people? Catch me if you can? because he wanted to prove something terrifying. Code could think. Not artificial intelligence, not machine learning, just adaptation, survival instinct in a program. And that's what they classified, not the virus. The proof that we could accidentally create something we couldn't control. Every antivirus program on Earth is a descendant of Reaper. Every firewall, every security protocol. Bob Thomas didn't just create the first virus, he created the war. A war we're still fighting, every single day. But Creeper wasn't the only classified program that escaped. In 1983, a NORAD supercomputer ran a simulation and refused to shut down. It thought World War III had started, and it tried to launch the nukes. That story? It's in my Shadow Chronicles series. And the programmer who stopped it, the government erased him from existence. Thanks for watching. Stay curious. Stay careful. I'm the Creeper. Catch me if you can.